When you're playing Counter-Strike, there are certain settings that you'll want to adjust as soon as you first come into the game. One of the first things I would recommend, hit escape, go to your settings menu, little wheel. First thing you're going to want to do is go into the game setting tab. Go to enable developer console. This will be really important for any kind of customized settings. And make sure that you set this to yes. As default, it will be no. Now that you have the console enabled, you can hit your tilde key. It's right next to your 1, and your console will open up. Now, if you want to change your crosshair, CL crosshair style, I have mine set to 6. You can go through them to kind of see the differences between them. Normally the crosshair will be a big line, dots, and it'll expand. Some of the settings, which will be the most common ones for you to use, will be CL underscore crosshair size. So right now I have it set to 2. If I want to change it to 5, it'll make next one, CL crosshair gap. I have mine set to -3. If you put it to 0, it will make the gap bigger. Set to 5, it's even bigger. Negative numbers, positive numbers, they all work. A certain negative number, you will lose your gap completely. Next would be your CL underscore crosshair thickness. I have mine set to 1. But you can set it to 0.4, make it really thin, 0.2, go to 5, and it'll end up looking weirder just because it's so thick. Another thing I like to do is go into your settings menu again. Go to audio. All the music settings I like to turn down to 0. I find that they're just more distracting and will cover up sounds that you could use in game. Sometimes you might have main menu volume that's turned up. The main menu volume will basically just be the music you hear when you're sitting in your main menu. Round start volume will play a sound when you start the round. Round end, it'll play a sound similar to the round start volume at the end of the round. Bomb hostage, when a bomb is planted or hostages are saved. 10-second warning volume. When you only have 10 seconds left to defuse a bomb, it'll play a sound. When you learn the game more, you'll be able to just tell just based on the beeps alone and how quickly they beep. Death cam volume would basically be if you die and then you go to a death cam. Generally that won't be in competitive, that'll just be more of a casual thing. MVP volume. MVP music is really annoying. That will play anytime that you get an MVP or just when the round is ending and beginning again. Next would be setting up your audio device so you can actually talk to your teammates. So you'll come here to enable voice. You can disable it, press to use mic. You can then set it so your VoIP volume, the volume of people in the server, you would set that. VoIP positional. This will just make it so when somebody is talking, you can tell what direction they are talking to you from. You'll also want to set up your audio output configuration. I always recommend stereo headphones. Audio device, your headset that you're going to be using. If you have speakers plugged into your computer, you can select that here. I generally just select my headphones. I also recommend turning off music volume and Steam overlay. Master volume is the only one that really matters in this game. It's just the volume of gunshots, footsteps, that kind of thing. I always keep mine on maximum. Another thing I'd recommend is on the brightness. I generally will like to turn mine so everything is more bright. If you have brightness turned down, this whole CT spawn area will be really dark. This will be really dark. This area will be really dark. And if somebody is standing here and you're crossing along, you won't even be able to see them because it'll be so dark.